is up, everybody? Austin, how you doing, man?
My man, we came up short yesterday.
I know you see the title of the stream.
I saw it. This is our first time really chatting about it today. So, how you feeling, man?
Dude, I was depressed last night. Not gonna lie. Because it was like if you lose on like a day 4 or 5, it's like all right, like good run, like we'll go at it again. You get to day 6 or day 7, it's like, dude, we're sniffing it. And it was like it wasn't even like they were bad reads. That's what hurt. Like if Jokic goes out there and gets 3 assists and 40 points, like all right, that sucks. But to see his teammates missing dunks and then Sexton not coming in for the last 18, it was painful.
Really was. And I mean, to have Colin Sexton get 13 PR in the first 6 minutes of the game and then not play the final 18 minutes. And everyone wants to say, oh, well, they went on a big run. They were 40-13 run. I get that. That's basketball. Runs happen. Traditionally, you don't see the same unit run 17 and a half straight minutes. So, yeah, run or not, you can let that go because 17 and a half minutes in a row of the same 5 is crazy. Jordan Clarkson was 3 for 11. He was playing like shit. So let's not act, you know what I mean? So just a really tough beat to miss by 2. Really dumb. That hurt both of our like official lists as well. Then the Jokic one, man. I mean, we wanted to die with our guys that got us there. We did. But good thing is we got another day. There's a ton of basketball left. We got some picks we love and shit, we're going right back to it.
Oh, yeah. It's not like that's going to be the last ladder challenge we ever do. So we'll check it. So the most important thing about the ladder challenges is hitting day 1. So we've run simulations and like tested out. The main 2 things with the ladder challenge and not losing money over time is 1, having a high hit rate on your day 1s, and 2, obviously trying to go the full day 7 at least once. So we're not going to, if we're on day 1 and we're just like not feeling the board, we're not going to force anything. But dude, I kind of like this board way more than I expected to when I woke up this morning.
I do too. It's grown on me a little bit. I definitely like the spots I've gotten. There's a ton of injury news today, per usual, but a lot of spots like that.
We can take advantage of it.
No, I definitely agree. Definitely agree. Also, Will and I are not in the same house. I think I've gotten that comment like 1,000 times. We both are in apartments. Yeah, so
literally the complete opposite sides of the country.
Yeah, we're in different states. We're in different time zones, but yeah, we don't need to see that comment anymore. I've seen that like 1,000 times.
Yeah, you think it's just because of the color of our wall?
Yeah, it's just like the basic ass apartment wall color, I feel like.
Yeah, if me and Austin were in the same house, you'd see us doing these streams on a couch with like a nice streaming setup.
Yeah, dude, we would be set. That would be so sick.
That'd be some one day, but not today. Maybe one day.
House or something.
Somebody asked, why are my projections high on Zion and not Brandon Ingram? Toronto, they're not that great in the paint. They're very good at defending the pull-up shot, which is good for Zion, bad for Brandon Ingram. Got a couple more questions coming in the chat. Mavs money line seems free. I forget who they're playing. Let's just pull up the whole board.
They play the Sixers.
Dude, you know how I feel about the Sixers. They just grind out games. Like I feel like they never lose big, I feel like.
Yeah, they muck it out and keep it close. They've done it all year.
It's that Pat Bev mentality.
Austin, you have the I smoked 4 packs a day voice. I've actually never tried nicotine in my entire life, believe it or not. Never have.
Proud of you.
So I appreciate the comment, though. I got that raspy voice.
Yo, Doc, how are a bunch of people ahead of Kuminga, but he's still the top points projection? So that screenshot is from this morning when PrizePicks had him at 20 points. I didn't realize until, I don't know if Chase is in the chat, but Chase texted me when he saw the projection, said Kuminga's at 18.5. So when I adjusted that, his difference was 6 points, which would have been the top projection above Maxey. All right, Austin, we got one for you in the chat.
Double-double. I like it. I mean, his rebounds have gotten pretty juiced. Let me see where it's at real quick. His rebounds. Yeah, they have him. I see minus 145 on DK. I still like it, honestly. It's a little juice, but I think double-double's a good pivot for this one. I also saw Zubats is ruled out, so interested to see the Plumlee matchup here, but
Plum Lord, dude, should we just throw him in day 1?
Get the plum wagon.
Dude, that would be awesome. All right, so we got the board pulled up here. I didn't realize that Cavs Kings moved down a point. That's nice for those who subscribe to Winnable. You know, I post them at 235. I post the under there, so I'm happy to see that. You want to just go game by game and talk about prop? Or oh no, let's go talk about our main list. I forgot about that first.
Yeah, or let's try going game by game, and you and I can just talk about which spots we have on the game. I kind of
Let's
like
do
that
that.
idea too today.
So Kings and Cavs, I personally did not have a player prop in this game. I still think we have a lot to learn about the Cavs right now with how hot they were when Garland and Mobley were out. Now they're back and on a minutes restriction. It's still interesting to see how much they're integrating what they were doing before they returned and what they're doing now, and also how he's treating the minutes because I've seen a lot of people talk about, oh, Garland got 23 minutes in a blowout last game. He's going to get more minutes today. But the coaches talked about him being on 20 to 24 minutes. Oh, Austin left us for a second. The coach talked about him being on 20 to 24 minutes and the struggle being spreading out his minutes so he can close games. So it sounds more like that 24-minute restriction is a hard cut, and it's just about how they want to disperse it. Sometimes they disperse it well, sometimes they don't. So the value on Garland is a lot less sketchy than I think people seem to think it is. Austin, do you say you're on Struce today?
Yeah, I am. I'm on Max Strus RA. I like his PRA as well. It was at 16.5, bumped up. Didn't want to play 17.5, but I like the RA look. I think Garland's minutes are limited personally, and he could not play. Just like Evan Mobley, he could sit out as well. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those guys misses, but even if they don't, Strus is hitting 70% of the games this season with everyone playing. So yeah, he's hitting 33 of 47% of game, or 33 of 47 games, which I mean, what's not to like about this? I like the matchup against the Kings as well. I know everyone's been playing his 2.5 assists. I believe that's extremely juiced. But forwards against the Kings have absolutely been diming in the last 15 games. Against Sacramento, they allow the most in basketball, along with decent rebound numbers. So NBA, come on now. But
I just thought it was funny because it's like
I
you
was
like got
blanking,
the end
man.
of the
Cut me
sentence
some
and you
slack.
weren't ready for it.
Cut me some slack, man. But yeah, Max Strus today. I love the spot. He also dominated this line in his first time against them.
I mean, dude, I think you targeted the best Struce prop because I've seen people like on opposite sides of it's supposedly a good points matchup for him. I haven't looked too deeply into it, but his shooting volume has been down recently. Right now, it doesn't matter too much for your RA prop because he's on the court for 30 minutes no matter what.
Exactly.
No matter who's healthy, no matter who is like people don't realize he's not just like he is a role player, but he is a very valuable role player to that team. The coaches talked about like he changes the culture of the team when he's on the court. So he's a piece, whether he's knocking down shots or not, that he's going to be on the court unless he has a shin injury in Paris. But
yeah, no kidding. But like another thing that's crazy is like if he's playing 32 minutes, which I mean for most of the year he's gotten that. He's hitting 25 of 31 of games with like everyone out there. So like the hit rate's insane. And I think we gain a ton of value if Garland or Mobley are ruled out each way. So that's why I kind of felt safe picking it. I'm trying to predict some CLV in this spot, but I think it's a good spot, and I haven't seen a ton of people on it. Feels like a good line today.
No, I think you got a really good spot today. Is there anything else that you're even thinking about in this game, or not really?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like Garland's assists, everyone's on. It's cool, but it's
holy! I didn't realize how much. I know it was plus 110 last night. Jeez.
Yeah, it's so juiced that it's kind of unplayable.
Oh, absolutely unplayable. God damn. I personally, it wasn't on my main list, but I did consider Sabonis under 8.5 assists. I think before, if Garland and Mobley weren't returning, like if we were just looking at stats from before they came back, I would have played it. However, those stats of like where assists go to and what percentage of assists go where for opposing teams, they're kind of all over the place the last few games, so I didn't want to play around with it. But Sabonis under 8.5 assists is one that I would support if somebody else wanted it. Is this on Twitch or YouTube? It's on both. It is on. Just look up MC Analytics or Masterclass Analytics, and we're on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. So go and get it on any one of those.
we're gonna be bringing these daily for you guys too. So if you guys like them, feel free to tune in whenever. Show some love, drop comments. We're gonna respond as often as we can. Obviously, we're gonna try to get through plays as well, but we're definitely always reading the chat, so we see everything you guys say.
Like this.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So I would support Strus if it came down to it in the ladder. Dallas and Philly. I really like the Maxi play. Max, because
is Tobias gonna play?
Tobias, I can check.
I hope he does not, because I have a play as well that's a points line on the Sixer side. So
It's illness, so we'll see. I haven't seen any reports about it though.
he missed on Saturday, so I would assume he's probably good to go, unless he's just super soft. But
I mean, I think it was so. What I've also kind of noticed is players are more likely to push to an injury at home than they are away. So they are. Wait, are they home or away? No, they're home. So I don't know. We'll see. I feel like this Oubre line kind of reflects him playing.
I agree. At 17.5. I played Oubre at 16.5 -130. I like Oubre at 17.5. I'll let you go into Maxi. Both of them don't really affect each other a ton, I don't think.
No.
But yeah, I'll let you go into Maxi first before I go to Oubre.
I can do that. So I'm pulling up on NBA website basically how the Dallas defense is. So they allow some of the most pull-up shots in the NBA. This is on the season. I can check the last 10 as well. So the last 10 games, they're allowing the 6th most pull-up attempts in the NBA. I think we can safely say there's nobody on Philadelphia that's consistently taking pull-up shots other than Maxey while Embiid's out. So that covers that box. And the other thing that we can check out here as well is, God dang it, Derek Lively's going to be out, and that obviously hurts them defending the paint. So for a player like Maxey, we can look at his shot distribution here. Tracking, shot dashboard, we'll look at last 15. If it wants to load, that'd be super helpful. So we're seeing almost or more than 80% of his shots are either pull-up shots or shots within 10 feet. So you have a team that's missing their only true defensive center to stop the paint, and they already allow a bunch of pull-up shots. I'm thinking that a guy who drives a lot and takes a lot of pull-up shots and is very ball dominant is probably going to be getting a lot of shots. And the other thing is when he gets at least 22 shots, which I think he's done in 5 of the last 7 without Joel Embiid, his hit rate is super nice as well. Let's see it. So, yeah. 24, sorry. So when he has at least 24 shots, he's hitting all but 2 games. The 2 games were 37%, 40% shooting performances. Didn't get to the free throw line at all versus Boston, which I don't expect to happen today, and shot 12% from 3 against Utah. So that's my pitch on Maxey. I'll let you handle Oubre real quick.
Yeah, and I totally like Maxey. I wanted to go Oubre. I've played it multiple times with Embiid out. What I like is volume, volume, volume. You know, with Oubre, he's going to shoot the rock, and especially with Embiid out, he's kind of there. He's probably going to be second or third in field goal attempts right behind Maxey. He'll be second if Tobias is out. Even if Tobias plays, I bet they share. Tobias is a little more efficient than Maxey than Oubre is, but Oubre is going to shoot the rock. Since Embiid's been ruled out, Oubre 14, 14, 20, 17, 18. The shot attempts are there. When you're going to give me a line that's about the same as where the field goal attempts line is, I have to play it. He's 9 for 24 in his last 2 games, 37% from the field. He's a better scorer than that. He's 46.5 on the year. I'm expecting an uptick in shot volume. I mean, he went 10 for 10 from the free throw line last game, almost covered the line, shooting 3 of 14, missed on the hook. So I think there's no chance he goes 3 of 14 again. I think he's due for an efficient shooting game. He also went 0 for 5 from 3. I think at home they come in, they win this game. And I think Oubre is a big contributor in that. And I think 16.5, 17.5 is just too low for him.
No, I agree with that. I mean, we were talking about it during that last game. Last game was a blowout, by the way. So,
and he didn't take a field goal attempt in the first quarter.
No, that was 2 games ago.
2 games ago. Yep,
I'm talking last game. I texted Austin when he had like 12 at halftime. I was like, dude, we were a game early. And he had, what did he finish with last game? I forget.
He had 12 at halftime off 2 of 12 from the field, or 2
but
of
it's like
11.
If you can get 16 points shooting 27% of the field, like it's a good read.
Yeah, if he shoots 50% today, it probably soars. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that for me is like I just think he's like the volume's too much. I think he's due for a good game. Seems like a good spot, especially in a pace up game. It's a 242.5 total?
Let's check.
I know one of the games.
244.
244, even higher. So points are going to be scored. It's a 3.5 point spread. This Dallas team hasn't really blown a ton of teams out either. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see this one with no defense, just back and forth scoring.
I agree with that. I don't think either of us want to play anything on the Dallas side. If Embiid were playing, I would say Luka under is a good look, but since he's not, I think there's more value on Kyrie over than Luka under. But that's how I'd play both of those lines. All right, Lakers Hornets, the most exciting game of the night. First of all, Hornets plus 12.5 has actually a decent amount of value, and not that I think that they're actually gonna. Not that I think that they're as good as the Lakers, but I want to show you guys something. The Lakers don't really blow teams out on the road. They'll get blown out, but 1 by 8, 1 by 9, 1 by 1, 1 by 9, by 3. They blew out the Pistons. 1 by 6, 1 by 12, 1 by 3, and that's it. This is last season. So you're looking at one game where they won by like 13 plus on the road all season. The Hornets are not good, obviously, but like don't be surprised if this is a 10-point game that the Lakers pull away late or something is all I'm saying. Or we get a nice backdoor cover. So I got AD at 25.5, minus 125. I do still like 26.5, but 26 is it's good to have an extra point of value, as we saw twice on the ladder challenge. But that's really the only one that I'd recommend playing in this game.
What is Davis's third quarter log? Because I think you could dodge blowout a little bit.
So I actually have it put up right here because I was looking into it earlier. So he plays until like the last 2 or 3 minutes of the quarter. But what I noticed is when the coach knows it's a blowout and he's not going to play the fourth, he gives him the entire third.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like what did he do against Portland? Did he go the whole time?
Let's check.
Because I'm pretty sure I remember watching that game.
Yeah, he went the whole time.
Yep. Okay. And they blew Portland out.
Oh wait, no. This is the one I think you're talking about. Yeah, he went the whole third and then didn't play the fourth.
Yep. Okay. No, I do like that. I think AD. I saw him at 25.5 last night, and I almost put a play out. And I don't usually put stuff out at nighttime, but 26.5. I just decided to go elsewhere. But I love the spot today.
Yeah, I was very lucky to find that 25.5 line because I think it got moved pretty quickly. But I mean, you look at this. I mean, I know a lot of this with the Pelicans, but you're looking at 40, 38, 46, shit game, 31, 36, 29, 32, and then 26 and 26 minutes at home. It's just, and once you give, like, I hate saying like, oh, he's hitting 8 straight games against his teams because obviously those previous 8 games are not always the same as the current 8 games. But Charlotte is only worse in the paint than they were before. And the Lakers are also worse than prior seasons as well. So it's Anthony Davis is scoring more than prior seasons as well. So it still fits, in my opinion.
And Nick Richards has no chance in this spot.
No.
I mean, let's be real.
I think Nick Richards is like a quiet young talent, but let's not act like he's Anthony Davis.
So do I. Let's go to the next one. Tony, how we doing? How we doing, my guy?
Tony. All right, Clippers and Hawks. I'm on Trae Young assists in this game. I don't think I've seen a single-digit assist line for Trae Young in a long time. I got it minus 130 for a double-double. Obviously, it's pretty much the same thing as 9.5 assists. It's minus 160 on DraftKings now. But I don't consider this a bad matchup in the slightest. I think without Zubac playing, this is a very, very good matchup for Trae Young. But even if it wasn't, at 9.5, I'd probably still be playing it.
It's Trae Young season, Will.
Of course.
Right before
He just
the
got
All-Star
snubbed.
game.
You know he's going to have like 45% usage.
He did this last year. It's literally Trae Young season. You could play his 26.5 points, and I would probably love that as well. Like, especially off a back-to-back with the Clippers. I think his PA is a good look. I think his A is a good look. I think his points is a good look. I would not be like fading Trae Young right now.
Yeah, I saw. So I'm going to pull this up. Without Clint Capella on the court, he averages like 43 PA per 36 minutes. Something ridiculous. 31 points and almost 11 and a half assists per 36 minutes with Clint Capella off the court since November 1st. That's wild. I want to see the usage. I wonder what the usage is like. I think it's just like, I don't know. Usage is
He dropped 31 on these guys last season without hitting a three-pointer.
Jeez.
Like, yeah, I think that's a great matchup. I love his PA. I honestly might play that like with you.
Yeah.
Just because I think his assist is pretty juiced right now.
Yeah. I debated his PA and his assist a lot. It was just one of those where since it was a top assist projection, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to ride with the projections.
No, I agree.
Other play of the day. No, they took it off on the board. I was going to say Mason Plumlee.
They got rid of it.
Yeah, it's not on there anymore. That's soft. They act like he was at 9 points. They act like that wasn't what the line is going to be even with Zubac out. That's so stupid.
I'm going to see.
Oh, shit.
Onyeka Okongwu is becoming pretty popular. Him at 8.5 is an absolute steal if you can find a good line at that.
Let's check our handy dandy picket. Maybe they'll help us out.
I see minus 135 on MGM right now, 145 on DK. This line's going to close at like 160, 165, I promise. I don't get why it's here. And they really don't have another big. Like he's going to play 32 to 35 minutes with Capella out. And we also get Clippers on a back-to-back. They're going to be tired. They're probably throwing up a few out. Zubac's out. Like Plumlee's in there. I love the matchup.
Like, I'm going to be completely honest, guys. This is why I always tell people when you're taking a Plumlee prop, you're taking some points-related prop. Don't take RA. Don't take rebounds. And I'm about to show you why. Where is it? 51% rebound chance percentage. So that's the percentage of the rebounds he brings in compared to his rebound chances. That is horrible for a center.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's like guard numbers. That's like guard efficiency.
50%. I didn't know it was that bad, Will.
Yeah. So like he could go out there and get you 16 rebound chances and 6 rebounds. And it's like that's like not unusual for him. So if you're taking Plumlee, you're taking a points prop. He's not the best. He's not the most efficient rebounder. I'll say that. He puts himself in position, but he doesn't grab them that often. So you get a good rebounder like a Kungwu on him. You're probably feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we had Bam with 13 yesterday. Jalen Duren on the second with 13. Jared Allen just had 17 on the 29th. Like, guys are soaring. Anthony Davis had 12 on the 23rd. Guys are soaring over.
Zubac is very important for this Clipper team.
I agree. That also flukes the numbers a little bit because he's obviously a much better rebounder.
Oh, yeah.
I would say foul trouble is one of the biggest concerns when you're taking a center like Onyeka, but I'm hoping he plays pretty clean. I don't see why you get foul trouble guarding Mason Plumlee. So,
all right. Do we have anything else in this game? Or
one line I was going to ask you, look at Paul George's points line. He's been bad, but man.
Well, is his minutes restriction gone?
No, still around 28, 30.
I mean, it's usually 23, 24 and a half, and then with the minutes restriction, 33 solid, but on a back-to-back, they're on an away back-to-back, East Coast, yeah, I'm not touching that. Somebody said, tell us the reason for Ingram under. All right, here we go. Teams, opponent shooting, pull-ups, last 10 games.
You better hope Zion, good old Snacks Williamson,
decides. I know. So this is just the last 10 games, but if you look at the season, the last 15, it's even worse. Toronto does not allow pull-up twos. Outside of Brandon Ingram and DeMar DeRozan, and I could be wrong, but maybe Shea. Brandon Ingram takes some of the most pull-up twos in the NBA. That is like one of the staples of his game. The other side that he would do a lot of scoring if he tries to drive instead is free throws, which Toronto also has one of the lowest shooting foul rates in the NBA as well. So his two primary ways of scoring, Toronto is top 5 or 6 in the NBA. And then with Zion, or I think just in the last 14 games in general, he's only gone over this line in 4 games. Those 4 games consisted of 7 of 11 shooting from 3 versus Charlotte. That's not happening again. That's just not happening. He doesn't take that much, nor is he that efficient from 3. And then the other 3 were all teams that were, I think, 6th or worse in pull-up twos allowed. If I can pull it up. Yeah, it was Bucks, Celtics, and Houston. So bottom 7. So it's a bad matchup. It's a bad hit rate. It didn't make any sense. The only way that line makes sense is if they know that Zion's going to be out. But if Zion's going to be out, I think that's where the line should be. So it's at worst, it's a 50-50 shot. At best, I think it's like 75-25. So I took the risk. All right.
We got a couple questions real quick. We dropped in a prize pick slip yesterday. Well, we dropped one yesterday. Absolute sharp. Sickening finish. We went 4 for 5. Jaylen Brown got a DMP. So we made money.
Walker hit?
I know, man. I think he had 5 at half.
5 for 6. Damn.
Did he hit?
I think. Oh, you said that like you knew.
No, he had 5 at half. I didn't look at the finish. I would assume he did because it was a close game. But yeah, I mean that game looked good, dude. Yoke decided to go crazy at the end. I think they finished with 56, but we took the under on Simons and Jokic playing for a blowout there. 14-point spread didn't come, but Will and I might have to drop another prize pick slip today. That was fun.
I'm definitely game for that. He finished with 7, by the way.
Yeah, so he did hit. God damn, that one's on me, fellas.
Well, no, I would have just replaced Jaylen Brown anyways.
Yeah, true. We were playing that one.
Yeah, we were playing the Simons Jokic one regardless. All right, next game then. Warriors Nets. Austin, I'll let you go first on this one.
Yeah, I mean we're going Curry 3-point makes. The guy's shooting an incredible amount right now. I'm not sure if it has to do with like the All-Star break coming up. I saw some stuff where he kind of goes crazy.
It's Draymond.
You think it's all?
I know
Draymond?
for a fact it's Draymond because here I'll show you this. Because I almost played it. If I liked the matchup more, I would have made my list. But
I like the matchup a ton.
I know they're bad versus pull-up shooting. It's hard to get a read on teams against Curry because Curry doesn't just bring the ball up the court, come off a pick and roll, and launch it. Like he has a very particular way of playing.
Fair, but it's also Steph Curry. They find ways where he.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying in terms of matchup, I feel like I can never get the best read.
I liked it. He's shooting. Let me pull up my write-up real quick.
Oh, here it is. He's shooting 14.22 threes per 36 minutes when Draymond's on and Chris Paul is off the court.
Insane. But he's also 14.3 3-point attempts in the last 8 games. I think he just had 23 last game, 10 for 23. Like, dude is ripping threes. He's locked in. He gets a team that's allowed top 5 3-point makes to PGs. Obviously, do what you want on that. I know you don't go off the PG stat and stuff like that, but what it shows is, hey, they are allowing the 3 ball to be made. Guys are shooting it. And I mean, it's Steph Curry. You know what I mean? He had 6 earlier on the year. And I also like Brandon Podziemski, or however you say his last name. I like that Pod's starting over Wiggins for this matchup. I think we see a spike in Curry minutes, especially, I mean, they're shorthanded. You know what I mean? When he plays 33 plus, he's hitting 17 of 23 games this season. So I love this spot today.
All right, I'll take it from here because my play is right there underneath you. I'm on Kuminga, 24 points, or I'm on him over 18.5 points. He's averaging 24.77 under the same circumstance with Draymond off and Chris Paul off. Andrew Wiggins is doubtful, so we throw that in the mix. I believe it actually goes up. Steph also goes through the roof as well, but 25.72. He has a very consistent floor of at least 29 minutes, and shot volume has been up as well. Honestly, I was more playing the line. Obviously, it was a top projection, but like if it was like 21 and a half, I probably wouldn't have played it. But this line just didn't make much sense to me because he's been killing it. The matchup still makes sense. And all injury news and everything only suggested even a more likely chance of hitting. So it didn't make any sense to me. So I jumped on it. We saw this Atlanta game. He had 16 points, shot 6 of 12, 3 of 4 from free throw. But again, Curry went for 60 in this game. Well, it was 60, right?
Yeah, he went for 60.
Yeah. So no need for anybody else to shoot the ball really. So I personally love the spot. I do support that Curry one that Austin was talking about as well. I just thought this line had more value in itself. I think I'm not playing anything on the net side. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I am actually. I like Nick Claxton today a ton. Points and assists, but I also like his points line. It's up to your guys' discretion on which one you like more. I just don't think there's anyone to defend him. Centers have been eating. We just saw Clint Capella baby Draymond Green. And I don't think they have the size to stop him. Claxton should stay out of foul trouble in this one. Draymond's not known to grab a ton of fouls. And I think he has the advantage. I like the assist numbers lately. The potentials aren't great, but he gets a lot of just quick passes for dunks and stuff like that. And I think 15 and a half is just a low line for Claxton. We saw him go for 25 against Draymond last season against the same type of lineup. Golden State doesn't really have the size to defend Clax. It's all about foul trouble with him. So, I mean, if the minutes are there, I think Claxton soars. Day'Ron Sharpe is still out too. So I love that spot personally at 15 and a half.
If you took everything that you said and replaced it with Jalen Duren, that would have sounded just the same. So we can check Jalen Duren versus Warriors. Because I think he had a good, he had 13, 12, and 2 against them about a month ago. I don't know if Draymond was playing this game. For some reason, I thought that.
Yeah, they are kind of similar players, huh?
They're kind of. It's just more of like their production is like very consistent with their minutes. It's just what are their minutes going to look like today? And it's always because of foul trouble.
Right. Well, and with the Warriors, man, they've had so many different lineups this season that it's difficult to go off just center numbers. They have given up a ton of assists to the point or to the center position. So I liked adding the A just because Clax has done pretty solid at that. But I think he bodies them. I think in a pick'em like this, is it still a pick'em or is Golden State favored now? Let me see real quick.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Sorry guys, I'm late on the caffeine today.
I was gonna say, get some damn caffeine, bub.
I'm about to. All right. -1 Warriors. So the slight favorites for Warriors, but basically.
Yeah, 1 point game. Claxton's got to be active for this Nets team to have a chance. He really does. So I think it's a great line.
Somebody said, sounds like I need to get off sleeper and get on DK. Probably.
Yeah, I would recommend having both.
The best thing that ever happened to me was moving to a sportsbook state. I promise you guys. All right. What do we have left? Pelicans and Raptors. So I already talked about Brandon Ingram under. I'm also on the Pelicans spread. I got them at 11.5, -106. You can see here you can get at -10.5, -115. I think the value is more or less the same if we move the line. Yeah, pretty similar. So wait, actually, what the? Are you seeing this? Oh, that's -11. Hold on. Yeah, the value is pretty much the same. So the main thing, this is more of a system play. Obviously, I think the Pelicans are better than the Raptors, but I'm going to pull up this system that I saw on my phone earlier today. There's an app called Trend Center where you can like look up trends like this. Hold on, let me find it. So when a team is playing, when you're playing against a team that's coming off an overtime back-to-back game, the record in the last few seasons is 87-43 against the spread. And I think if you isolate it to home games, it's even crazier. So you're looking at something that's a 67% win rate, probably a 70% hit rate when you filter for home games. And this Pelicans team is clearly better than this Raptors team. I just feel like there's no reason not to bet on that system. So that's really it. It was just a system play, and I really like that system. I thought it made a lot of sense, especially the Raptors. They're just not very good at this point of the season.
They're really not. Look
Yeah.
at the injury report too. I mean, they're RJ Barrett ruled out. They're just. I mean, they're kind of making do with what they got. I will say yesterday, Jakob Pertl almost had 10 points in the first
I
quarter.
saw that.
Almost got it 8.
I
But
saw that. I was gonna say if he hit and like Jokic didn't or something and Sexton hit, I would have been like, damn, I should have listened. So
yeah, when he had 8, I was,
that the ladder missed. I'm very glad that both legs missed and not just one of them.
yeah. Well, that's what you were texting me like, Jokic, I'm so mad. I'm like, dude, you must not be looking at Sexton right now because I'm sitting steaming. I got smoke coming out of my ears watching Sexton just sit on the bench for 16 or 18 straight minutes. But yeah, for me, nothing in this Raptors-Pels game. I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm done playing around with the Pelicans. I think Zion's annoying as shit, and I feel like he affects all the other props when he plays or when he sits. So for me, I'm done.
Zion's been moving different.
Zion's a friggin' scumbag, man. He's just
He's
robbing
been
them.
moving different. Like
Can't
he's
stand
been
him.
killing teams.
Yeah, I can't stand him. He kills them when he plays every other game, but
Hey, as long as he's healthy for the playoffs, I don't think they care.
yeah, no, I get it. But for betting purposes, there's nothing worse.
All right, ladder challenge time. Let's get like 2 each, and then we'll narrow it down. So who are your 2?
I would say Onyeka's probably up there. I think he's got decent like value still.
What's your second one? Oh, you're thinking. I thought you thought it was my turn.
I like Curry. I just don't know if I want to do a 4.5 3-point. Like that's my favorite play today, honestly. But I just don't know if 4.5 in a ladder is like. Do we want to play a 3-point prop in the ladder? You know what I mean?
If you think it's hitting, I don't care if it's a blocks and steals prop.
Yeah, fair. No, I would say Curry and Onyeka are probably the 2. If I had to lay it all on the line, those are who I'm walking with.
All right. Don't want either of these. AD blowout. Like obviously, I think he's gonna hit even if he gets a blowout, but don't want to fuck around with that.
What about Clack's double-double?
What are the odds on that?
I was seeing like -145 earlier today. I think he's just got a great spot.
-180.
Sheesh. Okay.
Yeah, that would be a bit tough.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention in my Kuminga write-up. His main matchup is going to be Cameron Johnson. That's food.
Yeah, that's food.
That's food.
That's food, man. That's What's Trae Young's DD? That's probably my favorite of your list.
Let's check it.
I think it's Trae Young's season.
-145. That's not bad at all. So what we can do is we can pick one of Okongwu and Trae Young.
SGP, Onyeka, and Trae.
Would it let us? I can't imagine what the odds are on that. Let's check.
I mean, if it's +200, that might be it right there.
Hold on. So we can go Trae Young double-double. Yes. And Onyeka, it's +170. That makes sense.
Damn.
Somebody said throw an under in there. Do we want Brandon Ingram under in the ladder? That's the only one that I'm on today.
I like it. It's just what if Zion sits?
I know.
Like if Zion sits, he's going to shoot up 2 points at least. He could still go under, don't get me wrong. But that's my only fear.
My second favorite play. Don't want to do Kuminga.
I say we fade Darius Garland. Dude's about to play like 12 minutes today. Off everyone.
Somebody's asking if the Raptors are good at defending pull-ups. Why are you high on McCollum and his threes? That was a projection thing. I can check on the side of my screen though. It might just be a volume thing. I didn't really look into it much today. I fell in love with Brandon Ingram a little bit too quickly. Oh, they don't defend the catch and shoot well, so he gets a slight bump there. He's due some shooting regression on the pull-up too, so it didn't make too much of a difference for him. 3-point shooting also do so. Oh, so it looks like CJ McCollum just do a lot of regression, and it balances out the matchup because like the volume's there. Oh, here's the last thing. They don't defend the pick and roll that well, so that also helps CJ a lot as well. He doesn't depend on free throw shooting as much as BI too. I need to find a second pick. It would either be Kuminga or AD.
A good old Plum bucket.
Yeah. Is that blowout risk too big for you for AD?
See, part of me thinks no, just because this Laker team doesn't traditionally do that, but I don't know. What do you think?
Lakers are not very good on the road, so I'm gonna say no. But they also just beat Boston. They just beat I think it was the Clippers? No, it wasn't the Clippers. They just had 2 away wins, so like they might be. Oh, it's the Knicks. So they could kind of be getting hot at the right time. The Knicks also kind of shot themselves in the foot. I don't think they scored for like the last 4 minutes of this game. I don't think they're gonna blow them out. I think it's gonna be like they're gonna have like a safe distance, but like a playable distance the whole game.
Fair. I think for me, if I had to pick one prop, I'm picking Onyeka at 8.5.
Okay, so that probably takes Trae Young off the board for me because I do support that Onyeka play.
I just think Plum's food.
Plum's fine. He'll get. Bro, by the way, I was looking at the shooting foul rates. Plumlee's high.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. Like
I don't know why you would foul him.
I think he just surprises you when he shoots. I honestly think that's it.
Yeah, you're so used to him pump faking and passing.
Yeah, he does a little cheeky handoff, and then suddenly he's ripping through your arm.
He does the pump fake pass all the time.
If I do 100 minutes. Yeah, Plumlee has players with 100 or more minutes since January 1st. Plumlee has the highest shooting foul drawn rate in the NBA. That's crazy. Higher than Giannis.
That's got to even out. Once he plays more minutes, that's
you're more likely to foul Mason Plumlee's shot than Giannis' shot. I love that.
Yeah, that's insane, and that's got to slow down. There's no chance.
That's kind of like I don't know if it's always been that high of a percentage, but like he goes to the free throw line. Like I feel like that's half his points.
Yeah, and imagine if he could shoot them.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Has he got better? What is he this season?
I think he's a little bit better. Let's check.
He was like a hack of Plumlee last year. That's why he switched to left-handed free throws.
Yeah. 62% this season? No, that's going to
yeah, I mean, why are you fouling that guy? 39.2. That was crazy. That was actually so bad. Right now, I could go out there and shoot that every single time. I could shoot 63% right now.
I could shoot that with one hand.
Yeah, that's insane. 39% is absolutely insane. I think I could do that faded. You know what I mean? Like I could do that drunk as shit and go hit 39%.
Yeah, I think that was why they traded for Montrez that year.
That is fucking pitiful.
But hey, it led to our wagon of 2022.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, enough bullshit. So we'll put a Kongwu in. I do like that. And then for me, it's probably between Kuminga and AD. Probably go Kuminga. Will you want to try and do? No, AD. Him and LeBron are always on the injury report with something. It's just a matter of do they feel like playing that day or not.
I'm seeing a lot of Cam Thomas love in the chat too.
Yeah, I think I was on them last time they played the Warriors because the Warriors don't defend the ISO well, and I think he soared. Yeah, he was the top projection that day. What is he today?
Dennis Smith Jr. cleared to play too, so I don't know if that's gonna.
Ooh, yeah, big no. Big no. Yeah, he had 41 and 37 last game. Do you think we can do an SGP with like Kuminga 15, Curry 3 threes?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
If we did an SGP with like Kuminga 15 points, Curry 3 threes, because I don't know that I have an easy option between the two.
Minus 350, no chance.
Well,
I wouldn't hate. Yeah, try this. Try Curry 3 threes and then go to Brandon Podziemski and try to drop his RA down.
That's minus 230. God damn.
See what Pod's RA is. Because when Pod's starting, he is a RA merchant. I just couldn't play him at 11.5.
We can't get alt RA. I remember we tried to do this with Jokic yesterday, which also would have missed. We could go. I'd rather. Fuck. This is tough because let me check one thing.
We could go the Cum Bucket and Onyeka.
We could do that. The line moving to 19.5 pissed me off. Actually, we could probably buy a point. Let me check something. Yeah, never mind. Look at Nets' use percentage over the last 5 games. Cam clears everyone by a landslide.
His usage has been high. I don't think Dennis Smith Jr. really affects Cam a ton. I would say maybe minutes wise, but
it's just one of those where, like, if he's ever in with the second unit and they basically say, "Hey, go score. Don't worry about passing anybody." If Dennis Smith Jr. is in, then I don't know how much of a factor that is.
Look at Dinwiddie's game logs against Steph Curry. I know Dinwiddie's tough to bet on right now, but
yeah, I can't do it.
He's been soaring over 10.5 points against Curry in his career.
I mean, to be fair, his point line hasn't really been this low in a while in his career.
10.5 is crazy.
Yeah, like this is not normal for him. So that's
a burger a few times last year. Like I remember betting him, he would be at like 20.5 points a few times.
Like the players like that is where I hate when people use historical game logs. Like for Anthony Davis, he's always between like 23.5, 27.5. For Dinwiddie, some years he's been at 20.5, some years he's been at 11.5. So it's like you don't really know what you're looking at when you're looking at games from 2-3 years ago. But yeah, the use percentage checks out. Cam Thomas clears everybody. Mikal Bridges has a solid 25, but like that's 8% lower. So let's see.
Try Kuminga PR with Onyeka. That could be solid.
I'd do that.
24.5, 26.5. What do we got?
26.5.
That might
was his rebounds line that high? Even at 6.5?
He's a 6.5, minus 115.
Interesting.
I just don't know if I like him for 7+ rebounds.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know what I mean? Like his point line to me is way better, but
that puts it plus 208. So we can eat more juice. Do you like Kuminga, or are you just playing it because I like it? You want to split?
I like Kuminga, and I know the hit rate's been good. The usage has been pretty solid. I would say Curry's my favorite play in that, but I also don't want my whole thing to just be Curry and Onyeka and be my two like public plays. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I like Kuminga. I would say I like his points way more than I like his PR. If it's an 8 rebound difference, I like Kuminga for 6 rebounds. I think once you start getting 7+, it's like, okay. Especially with Brandon Podziemski starting. He's a way better rebounder than Wiggins.
We go Kuminga, PA. That'll get us minus 130.
Is he getting assists like that?
4.3 assists per 36 minutes with Draymond on and Wiggins and Paul off. I did not realize he's been dishing it out like that.
Yeah, me neither.
What's his assist line? Juiced under 2.5. Okay, maybe not then. Because that's... Yeah, what? That doesn't make any sense. If his line is 19.5 even, he's juiced under 2.5 assists by a lot. And then you juice him over 21.5 PA. We got to be better at DraftKings. I want to see if we can get a better line on another book. for these two. So I already have Onyeka. Let me check Kaminga. We get like Fanatics or something. Hangover. It's Monday. Yeah, but we lost Latter Day 6 yesterday. We got Joel in the chat. I know you don't like that, but I'm calling. What?
Hangover, bro. It's a Monday. What up, Joel? How you doing, brother?
We could do if we parlay these two. Oh, I gotta get rid of all the other ones I have. Trae Young double is now minus 150 on ESPN Bet. That's nice. All right, so these two, the best book for these, Bet365 gives us plus 199 if we want to do that. Would you be cool doing it on Bet365?
Yeah, I mean I'm cool. Is Kaminga like your guy? Like if you're putting it down, Kaminga, okay.
The line doesn't make any sense to me.
You like AD more, or do you like Kaminga more?
I like the match for AD more, but there's less volatility in Kaminga, I think. If that makes sense.
Right.
Who is the other one? I forget. Onyeka. Do you like AD more?
I just don't like the blowout, but I do like AD.
So
Draymond, 1.5 first quarter points.
Oh, God.
It's kind of sharp.
Yeah, I can't do that.
1 bucket. Let's lock this in. This is the slip. This feels good.
All right. I almost put in 20 like it was a lotto slip. All right, that's the ladder challenge for you guys. I don't know what the lines are on Prize Picks or DFS apps. So, as always, tread carefully on other apps. You guys have seen twice in the last 6 days that 1 point ends up being pretty important value sometimes. So, tread carefully if you're playing on other sites. We're playing it on Bet365. If you can do that, go ahead and do that. I think DraftKings give you plus 193. Do that. Throw 21 or 22 instead of 20. And if you lose an extra dollar or two, we'll live. So that's that.
Also, Doc, tell them that you only really have to get past day 1. Like, explain that real quick, because I think there's a lot of people that don't fully understand.
Yeah. So I'll show like each step so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Just so everyone understands it, because I think there was a lot of confusion with some.
Yeah. All right. So let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see the numbers a little better. So day 1, you're betting $20 to win $60, right? So if that hits, you're taking the $40 profit that you win from this and you're rolling it into day 2. This $20, you're basically saying you're getting it back, you're putting it back in your pocket, and you're only betting the other 40. That's the best way to explain it. So then on day 2, when you win, you turn 40 to 120. You take this $80 profit, move into the next day. You take this 40, put it back in your pocket. Now you have the $20 that you initially put in, you got it back. That's $0 profit. And now you profited $40. Exactly. No matter what happens on day 3. That $40 is your money. This $80 is house money. And then continue again, day 3. You hit this, you roll over the 160. You take this $80 that you initially put in, they give it back to you, put that in your pocket, and then you give them back that 160 and say, hey, I'm putting more on it. So like last one, got this $20 back. Then we won 40, we won 80, we won 160, we won 320. I believe we got $600 in profit despite losing $640 on the last day. We still had $640 in profit. So it's nice to wake up $600 richer even after losing a $640 bet. So did that make sense? Or
that was good. I just think a lot of people didn't understand that, like, when the ladder, if you get to day 5, like, you're up significant money.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you just lost everything just because you lost. Like, yeah, obviously it sucks, but
yeah. Kevin said, "I'm a math expert, but is that hard to comprehend?" I always worry that I'm doing a bad job explaining, so I'm glad it makes sense. But this is the ladder, since people are asking in the chat. Kaminga 18.5 points, Onyeka 8.5 rebounds. We're eating some juice, but gets us to basically plus 200, so we're doing it.
Do we do a Prize Picks 6-man, or do we save it?
You want to do prize picks? Or do you want to do a lotto?
Either. Let's see what everyone wants. Do we want a 6-man or do we want a lotto? We'll do one more thing before we go.
Let us know in the chats.
Yeah, dude, I thought that 6-man was gonna hit yesterday. It was fun having an extra sweat in there to worry about, you know.
I know. It was, but I mean, to be fair, if that started out like 3-2, we would not have cared about that 6 leg.
Facts. Well, yeah, you text me, you go, bro, are we 4-0? I look, I'm like, oh shit.
All right, overwhelmingly prize picks. Let's do that.
We're gonna have
Let's
to
see.
craft because this board is weak.
I'm going straight to free throws. I'm telling you, I love my free throw props. De'Aaron Fox 5 free throws. Let's just do this. I'm gonna pull this up again.
Do you want me? I can lock the slip for you if you want.
Yeah, I'll
I have one we're playing already.
Love it.
So
I thought Cleveland's foul rate would be higher than that. Never mind, we won't do Fox. Are they gonna give us Plumlee free throws? That'd be elite.
I'll let you just pull up all the squares on the screen first.
Yeah.
Well, let's handle business first. Go to Kelly Oubre. He's in the slip.
Kelly Oubre's in the slip.
The volume, man. I will play his either PA at 18.5. He's gotten an assist in every single game except one. If we get 2, which is half, or do you want to go his fantasy score? Fast-paced game, you kind of can run into a steal or a block usually.
Yeah, we can check. Let's go fantasy score right now. We're on prize picks. Let's check some dunk props. Find a team that's bad in the paint. Valanciunas dunk. Are you kidding me?
Jakob owns Jonas. I can't lie. I was looking at it. Jakob does a good job against him.
But dunks?
Does Jonas dunk? I feel like he's a big fella. He barely gets off the ground.
Yeah, but if he's running the pick and roll and there's nobody at the rim, you're just gonna
pound cake that shit.
Yeah.
Do we like him for a dunk or Jakob for a dunk?
Pelicans paint or rim defense is pretty solid, no?
What about Miles Bridges? Surely he has to dunk the rock one time, right?
See, but Lakers have a good rim defense.
Yeah, but I feel like when we're picking a dunk prop, you're just hoping something gets out in front and they're running full speed.
That's true.
I would feel safer taking a guy that I've actually seen dunk the basketball, like Miles Bridges, rather than Jonas, who I honestly can't remember ever seeing him dunk a basketball. That could be a casual.
Vando's out, isn't he? Let's do it. Why not? We can check some assists.
Kevin said Bruce RA is on PP if we like that.
I do.
Or do you like Donnie Mitchell to get a dunk?
Against the Kings? Potentially.
I mean, that
no, with Mobley and Allen down there, bro, there's no room to go in there and dunk.
Dude, this slip already looks so sick.
Dude, should we get a little Harden and Trae Young combined assists?
Where's that at?
19.5. One of them is bound to go for like 13, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You just need one of them to get 12 plus, and it probably. Or do you want to go Luka Trae Young? I almost like that one more. Especially with Kyrie. Do you like Harden's matchup more?
What? Wait, there's a Luka one?
There's a Luka Trae Young assist combo.
Let's just see which one the model has higher. I actually don't know.
Feel free to drop your squares, fellas, if there's something you think we're sleeping on.
Luka's 10.68. Harden is 8.83. Luka, it is. Nice having projections sometimes.
Yeah, I like that. I'm seeing Podziemski assists. I'm seeing A Kongu PR.
Pods is 11.5 RA.
That's just a little high for the RA.
Yeah.
Pod's a better rebounder than Wiggins, too, so I'm glad we didn't play Kuminga's rebounds on the ladder.
Same. I don't like any of these 3-point combinations. You can check 3 points attempted. D'Lo's away. We could check his under because I want to see if that system's still active from
Steph
last
Curry,
playoff.
11 3-point attempts.
Ooh.
You think he checks 12 up? He's done it in 4 of the last 5.
What the fuck is a quintuple single?
It's got to be like 5 of everything, maybe.
I have no clue. Does
know.
anybody know what a quintuple single is? I'm thinking no double-digit like you don't get 10 points, 10 assists, Henry. You don't get any of that. But I feel like that would be higher than plus 250.
A quintuple single? Yeah, I have no idea what the hell that is. Draymond PA, I love. Jedi Props just said that one. I would not mind putting that gross print.
Draymond, dude,
it's gross, bro.
I can't imagine watching Draymond be like, yes, I hope he takes this 3.
Imagine him trying to score on clacks.
I feel like he's just going to get to the elbow, stop. Where's Steph?
Well, hopefully he does. I would play that Draymond PA, though. I'd play that, or I'd play the Curry 11 3-point attempts.
I'd probably rather have Curry 11 3-point attempts.
And just hope Curry's out there ripping that shit.
Yeah. So 14 to 24. Damn, he's fucking ripping it though. I can't. Oh, wait, this is the quintuple single. 1 steal, 1 block, 1 point, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 3-point. So basically just a stat of everything. That's plus 250?
That's the KCP special, apparently.
It's really funny.
Mobley's points too low at 12.5.
He's still going to be on a minutes restriction, and Kings have actually been pretty good in the paint. We'll throw Curry in there.
Joel, you got anything for us, my man?
I'm trying to think what else we could throw in.
How many do we have so far?
Think 5.
Dude, that actually could hit. I'm not kidding. Like, everyone says that shit, but this one looks different.
No, but this one's the one. This is
no,
the
but
one.
like when I look at this one, there's something about it that just looks a little different.
Rebounds. Jared Allen and AD to combine for 24.5. That's a line.
Trey Lyles to turn that shit over once.
Trey Lyles. What is he doing on the board?
0.5, bro.
That's wild. D'Lo's not getting a block, is he?
Yeah, what about Dennis Smith Jr. under 1.5 blocks and steals? I know he gets it sometimes, but he's not playing that many minutes off injury.
Yeah, but if he gets Klay Thompson that little hip poke when Klay thinks he can still drive.
What about Trey Lyles blocks and steals? That dude's been green for one.
I'm shocked that's on the board.
I'm just trying to make this thing as surgical as I can.
Trying to think where else we can get cheeky with it.
We could always take a popular play under. Those shits always sell.
Dude, can I not see the popular plays on here? I can't see it on the browser apparently. All right. We gotta I have a field goals made projections. We can extrapolate. I don't know. I don't think I used that word right, but you guys know what I mean. Oh, never mind. Or do I?
We could go a Kongu fantasy score.
No, he's already in the ladder. I don't want to double dip. I feel like double dipping has never worked for me.
Fair.
All right, I'm checking my field goals made projection.
Fellas, drop some winners, man. Help us out.
Drop some winners, guys. Come on. You guys don't want us to win?
Someone said you got to be signed in to see the popular plays.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Actually.
You don't have to. I'll lock it in.
Screw it. We're in. AR under 16.5. That looks free. A Kongwu boards is in there. Cam Thomas 24.5 points. Dude, I'd play this Herder under. I know he low-key grubs against the Cavs, but it's also like just a horrible matchup on paper. Would you do that?
My only fear is they're on the road, and I just don't know where the scoring's going to come from because of how bad Keegan is on the road.
Big boy Barnes.
You think Harold's going to be bringing it today? Harold Barnes.
Draymond Tech. Maxey. Oh, yeah. Let me see. If I can get Maxey, what's his field goals attempted? 22.5. That's going in. I'm sorry. Oh, but that would give us Maxey and Oubre in the same card.
What about Max Strus? Oh, we already have him. I was going to say offensive rebound.
What's the chances I could tell you to put Maxey field goal attempts instead of Oubre fantasy?
Low. We can do both.
Yeah, but that's playing with fire.
I don't think it really is. I mean, they both, like, they don't have much other scoring, and, like, who's going to provide any shot volume off the bench for them today? You know, like,
yeah,
Pat Bev.
I guess I have projected 10.13 field goals made in general.
Kawhi Leonard 3.5 assists.
That was actually gonna make my list until I saw his home away split. It's really bad.
I wish I didn't have all these bullshit demon props in my screen.
4.4 assists at home, 3.2 on the road. Let's see, like since December 1st, maybe there's like some weird outliers to start the season. Yeah, no, it's even worse. Jesus, he's crazy at home. Dude, is Plumlee on the board? Why won't they just give us Plumlee? This is so frustrating.
A little Scott Barnes, 1.5 threes.
Has that still been a wagon?
It's been slow. It has not been a wagon lately.
Has it been because Quickly's out or even before then?
I couldn't tell you.
Let's check. Scotty Barnes with Quickly. No, that's not a wagon anymore. We just need one. Dude, I'm telling you, no matter how many legs we do, as soon as we need one more, we start struggling.
What about Nick Richards? Under 28 fantasy score.
Yeah, he's probably getting in foul trouble.
He's got to, right? Blowout, foul trouble. He's not blocking AD's shit.
Let me make sure that I have. Oh, he's not even on the model today.
I don't know. That was just an idea.
I'd be down. Kuminga, Mobley 9+ rebounds. DeMontis PR under. Dude, I'd be down to play Kings under, but that's also a 100% bias.
Who?
Any Kings player under.
Why don't we just take Keegan Murray under? He sucks on the road.
I'd do that.
He's probably due for a decent game, though. He's played like shit 3 games in a row on the road.
But that's because he's been on the road. Dude, he's actually horrible on the road.
He's been good against the Cavs, though. Check his Cavs games. He's freaking been efficient. He is atrocious on the road.
What the hell?
Yeah, I saw that because I was debating his under.
Yeah,
earlier.
but bro, 8 shots. This is the only away game. 8 shots. I'd bet against that.
I'm cool with his under, honestly. I'm cool with going that.
I feel like we have to.
Claxton 1.5 dunks is low key free.
In away games, his under is 14 of 24. But low key, he's been hitting it. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is annoying.
Let's just go something Claxton or something in that game.
Okay, actually, let's just do this. I have all the players on the prize scored for points. I have them all in my Excel sheet. Just pick a number 1 through 40 or 2 through 40.
7.
7. All right, we got to pick an LBJ prop.
All right, fine. We'll put the go. Do we have any Lakers in there?
No.
Okay, then that works.
We have Miles Bridges over dunks. That's it. Should we just take LeBron assists since I'm on AD?
Let's take Bron to block a shot. This Hornets team's trash.
This Hornets seems trash.
Take Bron to block that shit. 0.5. Also, none of these are official plays, guys, so do not be hammering these. This is a price pick, 6-man. We're putting not even a unit on this thing. So,
bro, why is he allergic to blocking in Charlotte?
I mean, he's due for one.
He's due for one. But does he have a steals prop? He gets a steal like every game.
Like Braun, Kyrie, 3-point or 4.5 3-point made.
The Cleveland duo.
Yeah.
We could do that.
4.5. I see everyone's on Braun 1.5 3-point make, so you need 3 from Kyrie if Braun makes 2.
Dude, is that not a lot for Kyrie?
I also don't think Braun's gonna have to shoot that many threes in this game.
Yeah, that's the thing when I'm like, oh, this team sucks for shooting. It's like, no, no team needs to shoot the 3 because they just have a free lane to the basket. I say we just go LeBron assists.
8 of them.
Yeah.
He's gonna block a shot in the first quarter, but I'm cool to go assists.
LeBron James in his 2 games with Anthony Davis for Charlie has 11 and 12 assists.
Let's do it then. Or let's take his under PRA, dude. He's not gonna need 40. What is it? 41.5. I don't think Brown's gonna need 41.5 PRA today.
I want to see if I do under PR on the road versus Eastern Conference. Let me do under PR.
And you're on AD, so it fits the AD play.
What if I told you LeBron has only gone over his PRA once all season on the road versus Eastern Conference teams?
Wouldn't surprise me. I think this is a chill game for Bron.
Let's do it.
Under PRA, that is just gonna be crazy. Let's go. This is fire.
All right, you got it?
I'm locking it right now.
What's his fantasy score? 48. You go fantasy score if you or actually no, go PRA. It's better.
Curry 11.3 point attempts, right?
Oh, I missed a lot of comments. Holy shit.
Go back to the slip too, real quick. Also, people are asking for the ladder too.
Ladder. I gotta log in again. 1 second, guys.
I'm missing one. Strus, Curry, Bridges, Oubre, LeBron. Who's the last one?
The combined Trey and Luka prop.
Oh yeah.
So here is the ladder. Let me see if I can zoom in. Excuse me. Chase said Harden points might be my top projection now that his line dropped. No. I don't know what the projection actually is, but Harden is in the ban dungeon. We're not even considering playing his points props the rest of the season. Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the day.
All right. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Austin, a pleasure as always. Let's hope we can start another run this week.
Let's do it. Let's get after it. I will. I'll throw that prize pick slip on Twitter too. So
for sure, I'll get the ladder too.
Cool, fellas.
Right.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yep, for sure. Take care, everybody. Good luck on your bets tonight, and let's have a great day.